When the game gets tough, the tough ones start to play at Armor Attack. Hi everyone and welcome back to Armor Attack Italy. This is Angelo and today's video is about the crates. Green one and blue one. And if there is a winner. Why do I say if? Because to do a proper comparison, what you have to do is to, let's say, invest the same value on the blue one and the green one. And what you have to do is, let's say, to decide a value of 1, 10, 100, it doesn't matter. And this value, it's equal to a certain amount of gold and to a certain amount of silver. Now, to make things even, what did I do? As you see, the opening, when you get to 10 openings, you get an extra one, an 11th one. So I had to proceed with opening of 10 plus 1 and 10 plus 1. But I have also, I needed to have that the amount of this 10 plus 1 opening will balance as in the value invested. Now, the point at which I found that this one works is 9,000 golds. So I will be able to do 3 openings of 10 plus 1, and this 9,000 golds equals to 200,000 silver, which, and with those I can do 8 openings of 10 plus 1. Now, to explain that part, we have to go to the currency. As you see, 4,500 give you 100,000 silver, and this is the best exchange rate that you can get in the game. So I decided that I wanted to use this one. So with 9,000 I will get 200,000 silver with 9,000 golds. But this will give me the opportunity to have, for both kinds of crates, always openings of 10 plus 1. Okay? At that point, I can compare the results. I hope that this doesn't sound a bit too tricky, but trust me, if you want to do a correct comparison between the two crates, there's no other way to do it. You have to invest the same value for each, and it's secondary if that value does give you 30 opening of this and 80 opening of that. It's the same value. Then when you exchange that value either in gold or silver, that will allows you to do a certain time of opening. But the key is invest the same value for each. There's no other way to do it. So that said, the next step was how much opening I was going to do. So I thought that 90,000 golds and that means that I've been doing openings for 45,000 gold on the blue one and 45,000 golds for the green one, meaning 45,000 golds exchanged into silver. Okay, why did I did such a big opening? Because the crates are based on algorithm, so you get a big variety of results, and if you just do an opening of 10 or 20, you're not gonna have every possible result that that algorithm will give you. So I thought that I would go for a much higher number. So doing this of the 90,000 gold split between the two crates, I did get to this kind of opening. I have 45,000 gold to open the green crates. With that exchange rate that I showed you before, equal to 1 million in silver, and that equals to the opening of 440 green crates. On the other side, the 45,000 golds to open the blue one equal 165 opening of the blue ones, plus reinvesting the 187,500 of extra silver that I got from the opening, because you know that the blue one, they don't give you only tokens, they give you also silver. So with that amount I was able to open an extra 75 green crates. Why do I do this? Because I wanted to have a comparison on the tokens. At the end we are talking even about that extra silver that you get with the blue ones, but for now we're gonna keep it just on the tokens. All right, and that's it. So I had to reinvest that in green openings, and this because I needed to keep through the assumption that I was spending the same value for each. So it had to be 45,000 gold, because that 187,500 extra silver, if not, I would have to exchange it into gold and discount it from the 45,000. But then at that point, I wouldn't have an equal proportion between the two. So I had to keep that. I did spend the same value for each one of them. This is one of the reasons why I said that this video it can be a little tricky in certain moments, but trust me, like this the result will be proper. Now the next step is I did the openings, right? So I'm not gonna start doing all the animation and this and that. I'm just gonna show you what happened. Okay, now these are all the numbers that I've got from the opening. Okay, and this is the very condensed chart of the results. So what I'm going to say next is based on this. All right, in case you can do a screenshot of this part and look exactly at each of these numbers. As you see, the results are a bit tricky, because for example here you see that under two totals there is a -10, and then on the next one is a +10. what the hell is this? This is the extra silver. Okay, but I will explain that better in a moment. Okay, so this is the result of all the openings. Okay, so as you see, that 1 million silver done in openings gave 12,938 tokens. Okay, on the blue crates, just the opening of the crates gave 11,142, so the 16% less as an average result. But as I explained before, to keep equal the investment of the value for each kind, I have to take that extra silver, which actually the extra silver was 187,500 coins, silver coins, okay? And I have to take those and reinvest them to do openings of the green one. So when I add that two results, then I get to 13,637. So I have 5.5% more. If you are in Italy, you write it with a comma. If you are in England, you write it with a dot. But it's always that, 5.5% more. And this is the first result that could be peculiar, at least. I did expect something of this kind, but I didn't expect that the difference of just opening the blue crates and the blue crates plus the extra silver will be that big. And I mean the minus 16% and the plus 5.5%. I mean that's quite of a difference. Okay, that's 21% all in all. So that was a bit of a surprise. I would have expected a smaller difference between the two. Now, the last thing is about an average opening. And now we have to consider three different ones. One for the green crate, but we have two different average opening for the blue crates. And that is, if we count only the tokens, or if we count the tokens plus the tokens that we've got by reinvesting the extra silver into opening green crates. Okay? And even this result is curious. Okay, average opening. As you see, these are the three results. The blue crates, just counting the tokens and forgetting about the silver. The green crates, and here I have to explain something. You see this 29.4 por 2.66. Why? Because if you work the number about the value of one blue chest opening, the 300 gold coins, 300 gold coins, if you exchange it into silver and you do green openings, it will give you 2.66 opening, okay, for each blue crates. So to keep the proportion, I have to take the average opening of a green crates, which is 29.5 tokens, multiply it for the 266, so I will keep the proportion with the gold openings. So as you see, the blue crates, if you don't count the extra silver that you get, is gonna give you the lowest count of token. The green crates by themselves will give you the medium result. The blue crates plus reinvesting the extra silver will give you the highest result. And here, what you're going to choose is entirely up to you, because there could be moments in which you may want to keep the silver, either to pay for the upgrades or new weapon, new robots. So even if you get a few, not the same amount of token, you don't care, because you need to get silver fast. If not, you can go for the green crates, maybe because you don't have gold. Instead, if you have enough gold, you can do the opening of the blue crates, take the extra silver, reinvest it into green crates opening, and get the maximum possible. But as you see, how you are going to invest those resources is up to you. Sometimes it could be better to do the blue ones, and in certain situation it could be better to open the green ones. In my opinion, the blue one will always give you the best result. Even if you go on the first result, the 67.5, but that's because you keep the silver and because you need to use that silver. Now, of course, when we're talking about opening, especially of the blue ones, where gold is involved, this is going to be rather difficult for the free-to-play players, because they don't collect gold, very little. Now with the new upgrade, you have those 20 gold coins daily, so it does help a little bit. But before you can do some major blue crates opening is going to take a lot of time. Instead, for the one who are using Prime Plus, this is quite an interesting thing, because you can reach the amount of the 10 openings for the blue crates about easily. It will take a few more days to reach the 4,500 to get the best exchange rate, and then get the 100,000 silver coins. And as I said, it's entirely up to you what you will decide. You know, nowadays, the most of the time, almost every time, I use the opening of the 10+1 blue crates for the 3,000 gold. It's a moment in which I need tokens because I'm leveling up at level 8, and you know, level 8 it's 400 tokens each time, weapon, characters, so you need lots and lots of tokens. And as you know, this is the major problem of any game: resources. We never have enough resources. I do hope that you got an idea on how things do work. Another thing, don't do the mistake to compare the opening of 10 green crates with 10 blue crates. As I did show you, to get the same value you need to open 2.66 green crates to have the same value invested in 1 blue crates. So at least to compare, you should have to open 10 blue crates, and on the other side 26.6, let's say 27 green crates. Then you will keep the proportion, and then you can actually do a comparison. If not, there is no use to compare 10 green with 10 blue. It just, you know, it's like saying I want to compare a car that runs at 100 kilometers per hour with a car that runs 200 kilometers per hour. Oh, big deal. You know, the blue one wins. Yeah, thank you. You know, so don't do that mistake. It's just going to make you think something that is actually not true. Okay? When you want to do this kind of stuff, like I did in this video, you have to keep the proportion through at all time. Then the comparison will be correct. If not, you're just wasting your time, basically. And yeah, so these are the results that I got. So this is it. I know that this has been quite of an unusual video, but if you think that I was able to give you some useful information, don't forget to hit the like, even better, subscribe to the channel and activate the notification bell. And for today, this is it, and as usual, ciao.